Hello and welcome to this video where I'm coming at you live from the car. So today we have actually driven up to Tatton Park in Cheshire, where I'm come for the first time ever to photograph the deer rut. So I'm incredibly excited just driving down to this parking spot where I pulled up to. There's so many deer around. I'm going to have such a good day. Very excited. So the gates shut, well, the ones I came in at the Knutsfield one, and they are shutting at 6, and so I've got until then. I can stay later, but it's going to be dark, so there's no point because the other gate shuts an hour later. So I've got all day. It is currently, oh, what time is it? 20 to 11. And it's overcast today, which I think is meant to be your day. So for me, I think actually that's going to turn out quite well. So I'm not going to have too much harsh sunlight to deal with. And like I said, I'm very excited today, not just because we're going to be photographing the red deer, which I am incredibly excited for, but also I have a new lens that I'm taking out on its first expedition, and I am very excited to use that. But more on that in the field. Getting out of the car, everything was a bit overwhelming with deer all around me, and trying to keep myself calm and not freak out and end up rushing around. I started out by leaning on this fence just to get myself started and photograph this stag walking past. I've just set up and I've got the new lens out, so it is the Sony 200 to 600 that actually my partner brought for me, which was really nice of him. Him and his brother gave it to me as a gift for some of the work that I've been doing for them this year for their business. And also you'll be pleased to know that I have actually balanced the gimbal this time. So thank you to those of you in the comments that said I needed to do that. So that's all set up, so I'm hopefully going to be making the most of that today. I've set up, there are some deer just over here a little way, a couple of big stags among them, so I'm hoping that we're going to get some nice photos here. I'm out on my own a bit as well. There's a lot of other photographers here today, and I'm not surprised at that because it is amazing. And yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to get some nice images and some nice video, especially on the gimbal. I'm hoping I can get some nice smooth shots there. And it also takes the weight off my arms by having it on the tripod. But yeah, no, let's get started, eh? Alright, so I've been using the 200 to 600 and oh my goodness, I'm so pleased with it. And the setup on this gimbal is working really well for me because, like I say, I got it balanced now, so I don't need to worry about it flapping around. But it's also taking the weight off me because it's obviously freestanding. So the stags that I had just in front of me here, they've sort of moved on. They're just in the woods over there. But yeah, I'm really happy. I haven't got any bellowing shots, photos right now. I have got some clips, which I'm really happy with, I think. And yeah, it's just amazing. Like, I've never been around this many deer before, like not like this close. I mean, when we were in Scotland there were a lot, but they were always up the mountain, so we weren't ever like really close to them. So yeah, this is, I'm in deer heaven. So I've moved in to the woods now. The stag is just over here. I can't really see it on the screen to point it out, but he's just over here. Just having a lay down now. I must say there's like pros and cons to like every sort of setup. Although this one is great once I'm in position, dragging it with me is proven to be quite awkward. It's quite heavy and slow to set up, so it's going to be very much one of those set up and wait situations, I think, when having this gimbal head out, just because it is slow to set up and move around. But thankfully here there's millions of deers and I can pretty much set up, I think, and wait it out for a bit. So I'm going to wait in here now in the woods with this stag. He's got a pretty impressive headset on him, and yeah, what I think I might do is get my video clips on with the tripod, and then I might just maneuver myself around a bit to try and get some photos a bit more easily without having to drag that thing with me. So continuing on my pros and cons theme of having the tripod, and pro obviously of it is that I can use a slower shutter speed with my photos, because this is a 600 lens. Ideally, if you're handheld, you wouldn't want to go below 1/600 of a second, but because it's on a tripod, I can actually shoot this down at, I'm actually shooting at 1/320th. I could probably go slower than that, and that helps me keep my ISO down because we're in the woods, and at 600mm, this is an f6.3. It means that I can keep my ISO down a little bit more. I think I'm going to do some manoeuvring to, there's like a, what are they called? Just a fence around the tree behind him. So I want to try and move around so I can cut that out of the picture a bit, I think. So I'm going to go handheld. Wish me luck. There's a really inconvenient branch in the way to get the clear shot, because there's another one of those fences behind him. Oh, sort yourself out, woman. There you go. See? Balanced. Sort of. I'm not sure who that dog belongs to, but they're going to need a bath later on. I don't know where they come from. He just come wandering up. I can't see anyone around. So hopefully he's not lost. He seems quite happy, but yeah, it's a bit odd. I have heard some clashes of antlers though up behind me, but I've got all day, so I don't want to rush around and distress myself out, so I'm just gonna take the day as it comes. I moved back towards the car and another wooded area where there was a big stag amongst some hinds as well as some fallow deer. There wasn't too much going on here in the woods, so after a while I moved a short distance to where there's some more stags gathering. Right, well, I've moved around a bit. I'm sort of on the other side of the woods, so I was over the top there, because there was quite a few big bellowing stags down here, but they've all wandered back up into the woods where I was, so that's typical. But I think I'm going to hang around down here. I've got a really sleepy stag just behind me. He's yeah, having a good snooze this afternoon. But there are some more sort of just up here. So I think it's a case of slowly wandering around. Yeah, no, it's been good so far. It's only just gone 12 o'clock, I think. It's between 12 and 1. So, and I literally, I haven't come far at all. I think my car's still within about 500 metres of me. So, yeah, but it's getting a bit brighter now. So, it's just, I'm at that stage where it's like, what do I do? Where do I move? Do I go back where all those big stags have just gone to, in the hope that they hang around there, or what really? So I'm not too sure. I am just going to walk up here though, because I mean, like getting like them rutting is one thing. I'd obviously absolutely love to do that, but just to get some nice portraits of the red deer is also what I would like to get today. So I think I got a few earlier, but I'm going to endeavour to get a few more portraits as well with me. I am finding it a bit hard lugging that and taking you around with me, so I apologise for the lack of wandering around footage at the moment, whilst I figure it all out. I've come a little way now to this other group, and there's groups everywhere. It's just amazing. So from here I can see another big group off to my right, but the one I'm at now, we've got a nice lot of hinds here. So I think this guy is pretty happy with his lot at the moment. He's not got much in the way of competition around him here, and yeah, so it's just magical. I am still finding it hard not to get overwhelmed by the whole situation and just be like frantically rushing around when I've got loads of time. Like I said, the gates don't shut, the Knutsford one doesn't shut till 6, so I've got loads of time. I got to like 5:30 before I really need to think about getting back to the car, really, as long as I don't wander too far. But even then I can get out the other exit, which is open till 7. So, but I think it's just going to be a bit dark by then for me. But yeah, so I'm going to hang out here with these guys for a bit. Alright, so I'm still under my tree and this fella is giving me some absolutely amazing shots. I think I've got some quite good compositions, that's what I'm hoping, where I haven't got people in the background or too much of the fences is what I've been trying to go for, and like the road over that way. So I think for the first time out for me, photographing the stags like this, I'm pretty pleased with myself so far. I think I found some nice spots to go. Like, I'm really loving this area here because I got the light grasses, and then up behind we've got the tree line in the distance, which when I'm out at 600 you can't really see the sky, which is good because that's just like blown out white, unfortunately, today. This gimbal has been ideal for this. It's so smooth for helping me do all the tracking and stuff. I'm really pleased with it, actually. And especially now I've got it balanced, look. So yeah, dead chuffed. I'm just making my way back to the car. There's a bit of a lull at the moment. I've met some more photographers, so I'm sort of hanging out with them, which is really nice. I'm going to go and get the car because I'm a little bit cold and the toilets are over here as well. So I can do two birds with one stone and then move the car back over here. So that is the plan. It's been so good. Where I was earlier, I made a tactical retreat because he was getting quite rowdy, the main stag over there, and it was just like, gonna get myself out of this situation whilst I can. So yeah, but it's just so good. I know I've been saying that a lot, but yeah, no, having a really good time, and I really hope my photos are coming out as good as what they look on the back of the camera, because yeah, for my first time out photographing them, I am so happy so far, and I'm definitely going to be coming back here again. Alright, so I'm back under the trees, having done a tactical hat change for my winter cap and brought the car up, and things are starting to get a bit more exciting again now. The main stag in this hind group is still really active, but the other stags, you can hear them sort of closing in, so got to be aware of everything that's going on, really. So I'm with a few other photographers though, so hopefully we've got each other's backs, but yeah, it's very exciting. While we were yet to see any rutting from the older stags, some of the younger ones did have a bit of a half-hearted attempt. As it got later in the day, the larger stags were definitely getting more feisty, and there was a lot of parallel walking and chasing going on. Then right at the very end of the day, at 5:45, I did finally see a rut right off in the distance and managed to capture it on film. So it's been a few weeks now since I was at Tatton Park, and I didn't film an outro then because I literally left at 6 o'clock. I got out the gate just before they shut, and then I had an hour and a half to drive home. And now, like I said throughout the video, I had an absolutely amazing time at Tatton Park with the red deer, and it was great. It was a great outing as well to be out for the first time with my own 200 to 600mm lens, which performed beautifully. And like, having gone through all the images now, I am so pleased with it. It's so good. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to using that more often now in my wildlife photography. In terms of sort of takeaways from this video, I was hyper focused on the red deer, and they do have a lot of fallow deer there as well. And I feel like I could have put more effort into sort of filming some of the fallow deer, because they do obviously rut at this time as well, and I feel like I was just hyper focused on the red stags, and I am really happy with my pictures. However, they are all pretty similar-ish, and I'm not that I'm upset with that. I was really happy with all my photos, and I feel like because I was like fresh out, you know, it was my first time out photographing the rut in any form. And like I said, I was hyper focused on what I wanted to get, and I very much got what I wanted to get, which is good. However, I feel if I was to do it again, and I will be going back again definitely next year, you know, at the very least, I would look for more compositions and focus more on sort of maybe like other features as well, as not just the bellowing stags. But yeah, so that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, you may also enjoy this video.